So I thought that I'd do a short meditation on joy with you today. And joy is something that I have the feeling I would like to experience more of, and somehow there's a slight resistance to experiencing it. And I realize now that the resistance is all internal. It has nothing to do with external circumstances. And the joy that I'm talking about is not in the big things, it's not in exuberance. And it's a very subtle feeling of being complete, not needing anything extra. And that's available in the present moment. And that's available without reference to circumstances. And yet very often we think that we need the external circumstances to be just right in order for us to be deserving of joy or to permit it. And when we do that, we can stop ourselves. We don't have to earn the right to be joyful. And we also don't need to be loyal to ancestors who maybe had difficulties and for whom joy was not very close by. Maybe you hear the woodpecker in the background. It's a small wonder. And yet there would have been many forest walks I would have had where I wouldn't have even heard it. And it would have not given me that sense of joy that it gives me now. But nothing's changed on the outside. The woodpeckers go about their business. It's just that I've made more room in my life to experience that and to see the wonder of it. And a lot of what we're being bombarded with is incompatible with experiencing this subtle joy in nature or in other places with your loved ones. So it's also a training very much for me to disconnect from these sources of static, sources of distraction, sources of feeling inadequate, incomplete, needing more, or just simply being in action for the sake of action. And just allowing yourself to sit in the present moment. Maybe on a bench outside, maybe on a walk in nature, but maybe just in your house without having to do the chores, tidy up, or be busy with your computer, usually in my case. And this internal quiet that you feel, the presence of the moment that embraces everything, is where it's at. It's actually the only thing that's real. Try to be right now in a different moment. You can think about a different moment. You can have a memory of a different moment. You could project a different moment into the future and be busy with the future. But it's all happening right now, in this moment. And there is no other moment. Everything is in flux, everything changes. And yet it changes all within, now, within the present. And in the present there's always awareness. And that awareness holds you, if you would allow it to. But usually we're also busy with also important things. And that's okay, that's also part of the human experience. But even if you find it difficult to connect with it now, think of a moment in the past that you felt it, that you experienced what I'm talking about. And you see it's not so difficult to get in touch with. And in the present moment, there's nothing missing. If there's action needed, action takes place quite effortlessly. But it's usually not in the plan that we have, in what the mind says should happen. But it's much more simple. So try to discover these small glimpses of joy, everyday wonder that is in your life right now. And stand by still. Don't let it, don't pass over it. Savor it. And the more you pay attention to it, the more it expands. Take care. If you want to share something, please do in the comments. Thank you for watching.